In today's show, Stock to Flow creator Plan B doesn't think this Bitcoin bull market is done yet. He recently tweeted, "In my opinion, we are only 4 months into the bull market and nowhere near the end of it. Bitcoin is just getting started." That's right. I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis from the creator of the Stock to Flow model. Also, as Danny Scott points out, Bitcoin hash rate continues to grow and hit all-time highs, stronger than ever, and the Bitcoin price does tend to follow the hash rate. He also points out law of averages gives Bitcoin an $83,000 price target for April. Average over 10 years in April, 51%. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also, Max Kaiser tweeted, "A Tesla is the new pizza. 10 years from now, people will be amazed that someone spent a whole Bitcoin for a Tesla." And Max makes a great point because buying a Tesla now with a Bitcoin could be a huge mistake. Also in today's show, here's how Bitcoin dolphins, sharks, and whales are playing the crypto markets, according to top analyst and statistician Willy Woo. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also in today's episode, Bitcoin can reach $400,000 this year in 2021 as a risk-off reserve asset, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. As Mike McGlone points out, Bitcoin in transition to risk-off reserve asset by commodity, well on its way to becoming a global digital reserve asset. A maturation leap in 2021 may be transitioning Bitcoin towards a risk-off asset in our view. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin has been recovering nicely, now back above $54,000 support. We have Ethereum in the green, some of the altcoins in the red, but where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this, including weekends. And before I kick off today's show, March 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern, it is going down. Tikatori's next live event entitled Crypto's Next $1 Trillion Coin. Back in 2016, he picked Bitcoin when it was trading at just $428, which went on to become the world's first $1 trillion coin. And if you would have listened to him back then, you'd now be up over 120x. Tika believes he now discovered the next $1 trillion coin, and he's going to be revealing it live during this event. To attend and RSVP, click the link right down below. It'll take you here. Simply enter your best email address and click the button that says sign me up. Bitcoin breaking the $1 trillion barrier sent other cryptos into what we call escape velocity, delivering stunning returns like 1,200%, 17,000%, and over 38,000%, which are actual returns from some of Tika's best picks. He says this next $1 trillion coin is about to unleash a wave of gains in a tiny handful of other coins. This is a live event you do not want to miss, so go ahead and click that link right down below, and I look forward to seeing you there. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to discuss, so let's dive right in. The Bitcoin price seems to have stalled below 60K after attaining new all-time highs earlier in March. Also like to point out that historically, March has been one of the most bearish months in Bitcoin history, so to hit a new all-time high in March, hey, that's pretty cool. Now, Plan B, a crypto analyst active on Twitter, thinks Bitcoin may still have a lot of room to gallop. However, he shares right here on Crypto Twitter, "In my opinion, we are only 4 months into the bull market and nowhere near the end of it. Bitcoin is just getting started." And right here on your screen, you're looking at the Bitcoin Stock to Flow X model, which does predict a $288,000 Bitcoin price by the end of this year. He also tweeted this morning, "Bitcoin monthly RSI is not even 95. In 2011, 2013, and 2017 bull markets, we have had at least 3 months above 95. Still early, and I couldn't agree more." Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. YouTuber and derivatives trader Tone Vays also carries a bullish macro view, although he thinks a dip lower for Bitcoin is not out of the question. Quoting him right here, "Bitcoin is consolidating, but I remain bullish in this market," says Tone Vays. "While it's still possible for Bitcoin to make a lower low for the month in the $48,000 range, I believe we will go up to above $70,000 before June." He added, "Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below." And after trading past $61,000 this month, Bitcoin retraced down near to $50,000, which has been maintaining as a solid support. For the most part, the drop occurred over roughly 2 weeks with some relief bounces mixed in rather than in a straight single day 10,000 shot downward. And Bitcoin's currently maintaining just above that $54,000 support, which is a good sign of a recovery. Now checking out the latest from Danny Scott, he wrote, "Bitcoin hash rate continues to grow and hit all-time highs, stronger than ever. I like to point this out as the Bitcoin price tends to follow the hash rate." He also shared, "Law of averages gives Bitcoin Bitcoin an $83,000 price target for April, and historically, April has been one of the most bullish months for the king of all cryptos, with an average of over 10 years in April of 51%. So let's go BTC. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd love to see an $83,000 Bitcoin price by the end of next month, considering it's just a few weeks away. And that would put us right on track to a $100,000 Bitcoin price by the end of May. Now, before I break down the latest from Max Kaiser, who tweeted, a Tesla is the new pizza. 10 years from now, people will be amazed that someone spent a whole Bitcoin for a Tesla. That's right, buying a Tesla with Bitcoin could be a big mistake. Before I break this down, along with here's how Bitcoin dolphins, sharks, and whales are playing the crypto markets, according to top analyst and statistician Willy Woo, as well as Bitcoin reaching $400,000 by the end of this year in 2021 as a risk-off reserve asset, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. But let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We see Bitcoin up 2.3%, trading above $54,100. We have Ethereum up almost 3%, trading just under $1,700. We have Polkadot down 0.8%, trading at about $31.50. Binance Coin up 2%, trading at $254. And Theta down 7.8%, trading at $11.58. All right, now let's break down this next story of the day, shall we? The Bitcoin price has seen some curious volatility ever since Elon Musk revealed on Twitter that his company Tesla would begin accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. And not only that, but keep their Bitcoin and not convert it into fiat trash, which is even more bullish news. Now, almost immediately, the social media platform was filled with screenshots of those filling orders, but those eager buyers ready to exchange their coins could end up living with enormous regret. Here's how 2 delicious pizzas fit into that puzzle, and why even something more valuable like a Tesla could be a bad purchase in the end. This week, Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk revealed the green car automaker has enabled the company's website to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment for the vehicles offered. Now, the internet set a buzz with the news, and the price per coin soared initially, but a rejection at resistance shook up the market for a brief stint ahead of this week's historic options expiration. That's right, yesterday over $6 billion in Bitcoin options expired, which is the biggest in history, which seems to have been a bullish indicator as the market started to pump briefly after. And as Max Kaiser points out, a Tesla is the new pizza. We have to zoom out and look at this from a long-term perspective. And he makes a great point, because 10 years from now, where do you think the Bitcoin price will be? How many millions of dollars? So in retrospect, you're really spending millions of dollars for Tesla, considering the long-term perspective of the Bitcoin trajectory and where it's heading. So that's important to keep in mind. Now, this comment isn't meant as an insult to anyone taking the plunge and buying a Tesla with their Bitcoins, but it is a reality that hindsight might end up making the purchase a regrettable one, because we all remember the infamous story of the first Bitcoin transaction back in May of 2010, when they had successfully purchased 2 pizzas in exchange for a total of 10,000 Bitcoin, which at today's price is now worth over $500 million, making those 2 pizzas the most regrettable pizzas of all time. So as you can see, Max's point is just saying, have a long-term perspective and recognize Bitcoin's true value. We all know Bitcoin's going to be worth millions upon millions of dollars. The real question is, how many millions of dollars? And before I break down our next story of the day, here's how Bitcoin dolphins, sharks, and whales are playing the crypto markets, according to top analyst statistician Willy Woo, as well as Bitcoin reaching $400,000 by the end of this year in 2021 as a risk-off reserve asset, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. But let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting above 1.7 trillion with 110 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 59.4%, and the current Bitcoin market cap sitting above $1 trillion. Now, checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have a SEN-EX BitMax token up 45%, trading at $2.85. ANKR up 30%, trading at 15 cents. Filecoin up almost 29%, trading at $127. And Holo up 27%, trading at 1 cent. Now, checking out the top losers within the top 100, we have Harmony down 7% for the day, but still up about 58% for the week, trading at 17 cents. Theta down about 7% for the day, but still up 41% for the week, trading at $11.64. Flow down 5%, trading at $28.81. And Chili's down 4%, trading at 50 cents. Now, out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on right now? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now, checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 65 in greed. Yesterday, a 54 4 neutral, last week a 75, and last month a 79 in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the crypto greed and fear index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. On-chain analyst Willy Woo is providing his take on how large Bitcoin hodlers are attacking the market as Bitcoin takes a dive to a low of the $50,000 range this week. New crypto whales are entering the market, according to Willy Woo. He shared the following: some bearish scares over whales selling down. Here's more complete picture. Chart: Bitcoin held by dolphins, sharks, and whales with have holdings between 100 and 10,000 BTC. Whales becoming dolphins/sharks. New buyers coming in. Cohort is still accumulating. They usually sell in the middle of the bull run. Still bullish, as you can see right here on your screen. Now, Wu points out that although it may appear as though whales have been parting with their Bitcoin at an alarming rate, causing the recent sell-off, the Bitcoin being sold on the market are newer supplies, likely held by entities that are taking profits after Bitcoin's huge run-up. This is the new species of whale, he shares. Hedge funds, likely selling down for end quarter rebalancing after such a good run from 10,000 BTC last year. Doesn't look like the typical OG selling, which they do on every bull season rally. The coins being sold lately are relatively young. Bitcoin addresses are forensically clustered into wallets held by individual participants before extracting this view. Beware that looking at just raw address balances, which I've seen posted elsewhere, can be misleading. Wu also highlighted that Bitcoin seems to be attracting buyers above the $1 trillion market cap range, which is another bullish indicator, indicating that the flagship crypto may never dip below the $1 trillion valuation ever again. Quoting him right here: unrealized price distribution, 7.3% of Bitcoins last moved at prices above $1 trillion. This is pretty solid price validation. $1 trillion is already strong supported by investors. I'd say there's a fair chance we'll never see Bitcoin below $1 trillion again, but I do like to point out that yesterday we dipped below that $1 trillion market cap, but today we're right back above. He also shares URPD as a lens into price discovery by showing the price when Bitcoin was last moved, assuming they were bought by investors. Be aware coin movements are not always from purchases. For example, exchanges and users regularly move coins internally. That's right. And as you can see on your screen, this is brought to you by Glassnode Analytics. And before I break down our final story of the day, Bitcoin can reach $400,000 by the end of this year in 2021 as a risk-off reserve asset, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. But before I break this down, first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 730 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also have a daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog which is updated daily, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends, just like this. You can also find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News. Yes, and for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day, shall we? Bitcoin still gets criticized for being too volatile, but one Bloomberg analyst believes that it conversely is becoming a risk-off choice for investors. In a tweet on March 25th, Mike McGlone, senior commodity strategist at Bloomberg Intelligence, said that this year marked a watershed moment for the largest cryptocurrency. $400,000 Bitcoin would rhyme with history. Let's go BTC. McGlone uploaded a chart of the Bitcoin average price and the Bitcoin liquid index, a price ticker specifically created for institutional use. And he went on to share here on crypto Twitter: Bitcoin in transition to risk-off reserve asset by commodity, while on its way to becoming a global digital reserve asset. A maturation leap in 2021 may be transitioning Bitcoin towards a risk-off asset in our view. And he also shared this graph which shows Bitcoin rhyme with 2013, 2017 peaks about $400,000 per BTC. Now for a breakdown of what he means, a potential price peak this year with previous behavior as context could be as much as $400,000 per Bitcoin, which this chart shows. This dwarfs other estimates such as the stock to flow, which predicts a $288,000 Bitcoin price between now and 2024, but stock to flow X Forex does predict 288,000 by the end of the year. Now, while McGlone did not provide exact details for the factors behind Bloomberg's view, the idea of Bitcoin reducing rather than increasing portfolio risk is the talking point of the year among corporates. New reports of treasury allocations to Bitcoin appear frequently, with appetite unfazed by the price action. My mission right now is to fix the balance sheets of the world, Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, one of the largest Bitcoin treasury investors, said in a recent interview with Time this week. Saylor kickstarted a trend among public companies last summer. They started the corporate FOMO, like a mofo, which has seen over 52 billion converted to Bitcoin on a cost basis, now worth over $73 billion, according to monitoring resource Bitcoin Treasuries. Now, what exactly is the risk ahead of Morgan Stanley becoming the first major bank to open up access to Bitcoin funds for high net worth investors next week? However, naysayers continue to peddle familiar arguments against exposure. And then we got Morgan Stanley limiting crypto access to 2.5% of high net worth individual accounts that have over $2 million in assets and have been active for over 6 months, shows that the bank realizes that Bitcoin is very risky and wants to limit legal liability from investors who lose money, Goldbug Peter Schiff recently claimed. But who listens to Peter Schiff anyways? Meanwhile, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell likened Bitcoin to a substitute for gold, to Schiff's displeasure, but added that it did not pose a risk to the dollar or to financial stability. And as Cointelegraph reported, average returns for Bitcoin have topped 200% every year since the cryptocurrency's inception. That's right, for about 12 years now, Bitcoin has been going up on average 200%. But let's not forget, we're in a bull market right now, and the year preceding the halving is when the market gets the most parabolic. So I expect the Bitcoin price to rise to at least $200,000 by the end of this year. I like Max Kaiser's $220,000 Bitcoin price prediction. However, if Bitcoin hits 400,000 by the end of this year, holy moly, all I gotta say is Bitcoin to the moon. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. Stock to Flow creator Plan B doesn't think this Bitcoin bull market is done, sharing his tweet right here. In my opinion, we're only 4 months into the bull market and nowhere near the end of it. Bitcoin is just getting started. Also in today's show, I shared that the Bitcoin hash rate continues to grow and hit new all-time highs, looking stronger than ever, and that the Bitcoin price tends to follow the hash rate. Also, as Danny Scott points out, Law of Averages gives Bitcoin an $83,000 price target for April. Average over 10 years in April is 51%. Also shared the latest from Max Kaiser, who points out a Tesla is the new pizza, and 10 years from now, people will be amazed that someone spent a whole Bitcoin for a Tesla. I couldn't agree more. Also in today's show, I shared how Bitcoin dolphins, sharks, and whales are playing the crypto markets, according to top analyst and statistician Willy Woo. Also in today's show, I shared that Bitcoin can reach $400,000 by the end of this year in 2021 as a risk-off reserve asset, according to Bloomberg Intelligence and Mike McGlone, as he shares right here. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends, just like this. And real quick before I go, March 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern, it is going down. Tika Twari's next live event entitled Crypto's Next $1 Trillion Coin. Back in 2016, he picked Bitcoin at $428, which went on to become the world's first $1 trillion coin. And if you would have listened to him back then, you'd now be up 120x. But don't worry, Tika believes he discovered the next $1 trillion coin, and he's going to be revealing it for free during this live event. To register and RSVP, click the link right down below. It'll take you here. Simply enter your best email address, then click the button that says sign me up, and it'll take you here, and you have the opportunity to get on Tika's RSVP text message list and receive a couple of bonuses, including his Crypto Corner, which is valued at $2,500. It's a great educational series of videos, as well as his concierge text reminder service. And all you need to do is enter your best phone number here and click the button that says join now. And I look forward to seeing you in that live event, and I'll see you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.